gamers, it's Lindsay, aka November Pixie. Thank you for joining me today to just do a straight review of Mortal Kombat. We're just gonna get right into this. I do want to do a full review. There's not really much to spoil in a sense. I mean, if you played the games, people are dying, their arms ripped off, whatever. Like, if you know the game, you're gonna know. So I will put a general spoiler alert. Before I get too far into the review, I have to say, not a big fan of Mortal Kombat, the games. I never really played them as a kid. I am an unapologetic Street Fighter lover. So I never really got into Mortal Kombat. I do want to get that out of the way. There was a lot of things that they did right. Number one, the soundtrack, they killed it. That soundtrack was amazing, especially during the opening sequence. I mean, it's intense when it had to be, and then it also was beautiful and elegant. It was very Gladiator-esque. So the soundtrack, they nailed it. I'm glad that they went for a rated R. From what I know of the games, over the top, violent. I mean, there are people getting their spines ripped out, their hearts ripped out, their heads ripped off. That's kind of where the 1995 version lost it, is because if you're gonna do this movie, you gotta go all in, and they did. And you know, it looked very graphic. So, you know, the look of it, the style of it, I think they paid respect to the game. I think fans of the game are really going to get something out of it when it comes to these fighting sequences. You know, arms and legs and hearts being ripped out, like, you know, that's pretty violent. But watching a girl getting sawed in half, oh my god. Anyway, I'm glad that they went with it. Also, I think they paid a lot of respect. I think characters themselves, looked at the artwork, the characters look very true. I think fans of the game are going to appreciate the level of respect, especially between Scorpion and Sub-Zero at the very beginning. It's like one is Japanese and one is Chinese. You know, he was speaking Japanese and then the other one was speaking Chinese. Again, I think that's very respectful to the game, so I have to give it to them. That was all good. Okay. Now let's get to the bad of this movie. First of all, mixing the fantasy and the reality. What the hell were they thinking? I did a little research on some of the characters because I'm like, how do these characters fit in together? And it's like, okay, there's Sonya Blade, and there's Jax, and there's Kano, and Johnny Cage, and that do come from the real world, but all the rest of them are set in this like fantasy level. I don't know why they had to meld the two. Video games already have a really hard time going from that medium into the movies. So when you are trying to ground something in reality, but yet throwing this fantasy element in, it just doesn't work, you know, right at the very beginning. You have got to give it to Marvel. They put in the work to make that cinematic universe work. The only way that you're gonna make Mortal Kombat work by merging the two is that you gotta really go all in, and you gotta give Sub-Zero his own movie, and you gotta give Scorpion his own movie, and then you gotta build up these other characters. You're not gonna do it in an hour and a half. Now, it wasn't that I hated the Cole character, but at the same time, like, I can only suspend my disbelief so much, especially when Cole's going up against Guru. Come on, he ain't making it out of that fight. There's just no way. Second biggest problem I had with this has to be a female thing. Kano, oh my god, shut the fuck up. He is so fucking annoying. Every other review that I've seen with males, they all love him. They can't get over Kano. Oh my god, I hated him so much. It's very disjointed to, you know, have everyone else taking it so seriously and then just throwing Kano in there and he's just making jokes. It's like, do you want us to take this seriously or have it be a comedy? Is Cole the catalyst for the audience, or is Kano? Again, looking at this whole universe, it doesn't make sense, and Kano is making a lot of good points, but god, he's so annoying. Now when Raiden and Shang are having this discussion for, beginning this tournament. When Kano's doing this,
The conflict outside of Mortal Kombat is not forbidden. Besides, the other gods are too lazy to stop me.
literally the first thing that came to my mind was this.
How can you be eating right now? You can try saying no to these salty parabolas.
Oh my god, he's just as annoying as Holtzman. He never shuts the fuck up. He's always talking, sitting around a dinner table, and he's like, oh, give me an egg roll. And they're, looking at him like, no, I'm not. And he's like, do you know who I am? Yeah, you're the guy who literally in the last scene got your ass whooped by the same man. Like, shut up. I don't know, maybe it's a female thing. So if this was an episode of Can I Fix It? I know that there's characters that are based in the real world, but in my fix, we gotta take a page out of the Marvel universe. In this first movie, just have it set in these like outer realms, all these characters with the fantastical abilities that can shoot fireballs, fly, and that have giant war hammers and 4 arms. Take all of those, keep it in that universe, and let them fight. And if you need a character struggle or you need something ground the story, make it about Liu Kang and Kung Lao. I apologize if I'm not saying their names correctly because, again, never played the game. You can let me know the proper pronunciation in the comments. But make it about them and really start their journey. Haven't quite mastered their abilities yet. It's a little bit more believable to start there. Then after the combat happens, Raiden is victorious and Shang Tsung comes back with, the next time I come at you, I'm coming with armies. Let that segue into the fact that now both of them have sort of exhausted everyone in this realm, and now they're gonna go out to Earth and they're gonna find the Sonya Blades and the Jacks and the Kanos. Leave that to the next movie. That way you can build up the characters. So I think you could just segue into giving each of these guys their own movies. I honestly think that could have worked better. Now that being said, did I hate this movie? No. I could think of worse movies to waste an hour and a half on. So that's my review of Mortal Kombat. Have you watched Mortal Kombat yet? What did you think about it? You can let me know in the comment section below. If you do like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up because that does help out a lot. You can check out my channel for some of my other episodes. Now it seems like there have been a lot more new movies coming out. I have been enjoying and just want to do straight reviews on, so you can check those out. But I do have episodes on my channel. I have Can I Fix It, where I take a movie like Mortal Kombat and I figure out what doesn't work and see if I can try to fix it. I also have Victim of Franchise, where we take a look at the fresh IP and just see how it just gets stretched as thin as it will possibly go. I also have Heated Debates, where we take a subject in movies, TV, and pop culture. I fire the first shots. One of my most popular is the Marvel vs. DC. And if you do like what I do on this channel, you can sprinkle a little pixie dust over that subscribe button. And be sure to ring the bell for all notifications. So until next time, wishing you peace, love, and pixie dust. Bye now.